back to my channel. So today for you guys I have some Target dollar spot bullseye playground DIYs to share with you. I always say those two things because on YouTube everybody calls it the dollar spot, but in the store is actually called bullseye playground. So these DIYs are Christmas DIYs with a modern boho twist, most of them. There's a few that's more like your classic Christmas decor, but these are more modern boho type of decor. My sister called me and she asked if I had any of that type of decor in my house, which I don't, so I decided to make her some using some Target items. I've told you guys this before, every single time that I do one of these videos, it's so easy, all of these DIYs, because the items when you buy them are already good to go. I just show you ways you can spruce them up a little bit more to suit your decor, a certain type of decor, or different things you can do to like make them look a little bit better. But most of the time when you buy them, it's just like ready to go. So it's all really easy to do, inexpensive. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, make sure you give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already. I do mainly Dollar Tree DIYs and then a few Target ones thrown here and there. Okay, now let's begin the video. For the first hack, Target Bullseye Playground right now is carrying these tier trays for $5, and the tray part is real wood, so you can get any stain that you like or paint and actually stain this or painted. So I'm using Verithane's wood stain in Early American, and this stain I really like. I used to be really big on Minwax, and lately I really like Verithane stains. I like their dark walnut stain in this Early American one. I used a paint sponge to stain the wood just because it's so easy and it could get around the edges real nicely. Now I wanted to decorate this. Target is also carrying these little trees. The unfinished wood one fits perfectly at the top, but then I wanted to add one to the bottom and that doesn't fit perfectly down there, so I had to take a scissor and cut off the top of the tree so that it could fit under there on that first tray. I just used scissors to do this. Once I had that top cut off, I went ahead and I painted my tree black. I, like a dork, took that paint sponge that I was using that had the wood stain on it with some black paint and was trying to paint the tree, and I'm like, why is it all streaky? And then I realized I still had wood stain on my sponge. So don't do that. Get a new sponge entirely or a new paintbrush entirely. I thought a black tree would look really pretty on top of this, and then I added one of these ho 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 signs. They're just like little tags from the dollar spot as well. It's like a faux leather tag, and I added that, and this was $1 as well. So there is a really inexpensive tier tray that goes really well with the modern boho decor. I really like the way that this looks, and you can change it out for any season. You can try this hack with the tier tray. The tier tray has screws under where the wooden trays are, so you can unscrew them and then spray paint the outer portion of the tier tray, whatever color you like. I spray painted it with a white spray paint, and then you can add the trays back on top of there if you like. So this is how it looks with the trays that I had stained previously. I personally love the tier tray better white than I did black. The other thing you could do is you can paint the wood. So I ended up painting just the bottom portion of the wood red, and I only did that because I needed to show how this was gonna look with it the regular wood way and then red as well. So I just painted the bottom portion of it, which is now the top. I put that back inside of the tier tray, and then this is how it looks. And again, you could change around the colors of the metal part of the tier tray or the wood to suit your needs. It came out really cute this way as well. Next up, I'm going to be taking these little window frames. They carry two ones. This one that's like an unfinished wood, and then another one that is white. On the back, there are screws that are holding this very cheap plastic piece in place. I took the screws out, and then I used some pliers to kind of just push the plastic out, because once you get the screws out, it's still kind of stuck in there. I think there's an adhesive keeping that plastic on, so you just want to use something to push the plastic out. I used pliers because I didn't want to use my fingers and accidentally break some plastic and cut myself. Next up, I took that Verithane wood stain in Early American and I stained the entire frame with it. Next up, I'm going to be using a wreath on this thing. Now, I got this wreath for $3 from the Bullseye Playground, and it's a little bit too big for the little frame. So what I do is I just kind of open up the wreath a little bit and I make it a little bit smaller in the center. Where the circle part is in the center, I needed that to be smaller. So I go ahead, make it smaller, figure out the sizing that I need, and Cooper's beside me, so you might hear a baby making noise in the background. And once I got that figured out, I decided I wanted to make the back of this
a mirror. So I'm just going to be using some Dollar Tree mirrors. I got 2 square mirrors and a little circle mirror. Okay, I think it's getting a little too loud. And then I just glue this to the back. Now you want to use a heavy duty glue like E6000, Gorilla Glue, Super Glue. I used hot glue for video purposes, but just know this, if you use hot glue too, it's not going to hold forever. Like, you have to be very gentle with this, and when you're putting it away for the season, you gotta be careful. I mean, this still could be out all year round. It doesn't even have to be Christmas. If you want to make the back of this perfect, take off the tags and the little like tiny risers that are on the back of the mirror. And then there you go. You have this really pretty window framed mirror. It doesn't have to be just Christmas decor, like I said. You can change this for any season, and you can even take the wreath off if you want to. This is Cooper right here. He's just making noises, and then this is where I'm doing my voiceover. So this is what you guys are hearing. So cute. Next up, this hack is super easy. So the Target Bullseye Playground carries so many small Christmas trees for $3. Some of them have a fabric at the bottom, some of them have craft paper. Now if you remove the craft paper and or the fabric that's underneath the trees, you will find that these trees are inside of concrete. So it has that hearth in hand look to it, and I learned this hack actually from Style the Bullseye. I'll link their Instagram down below, but they always show the new products that are coming out for the Bullseye Playground, and then they show you how to style a bunch of those things. I am so sorry with Cooper, but I don't know what to do. I have to watch him, and he's awake, so he's just chilling beside me going. The trees with fabric, all it has under it is concrete. The ones that have the craft paper, there's this piece of foam that is on top of the concrete. You can remove the foam if you want to. I decided to paint it black. After I painted it and it dried, I went ahead and glued on some of this crafting rope. I really like the color. I got this from Hobby Lobby, and I just glue some around the area where the foam and the concrete meets. You can do this to so many other Christmas trees. It works really well for that modern boho look. So if you're somebody who wanted to decorate for Christmas, but you really aren't into the vibrant colors or even like the farmhouse look, this could really work for you. And I feel like at the same time, some of these trees, they don't have to go away after Christmas as well. They can stay out for all winter. Next up, I'm going to be taking a glass from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to paint it all black. Obviously, you can go with whatever color that you want. This one is really easy, okay? Then I'm just going to take one of the Ho 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 faux leather gift tags that I got for $1 from the Bullseye Playground, and I'm just going to wrap it around the top of my glass. And then I just add some greenery. The greenery I'm using is eucalyptus from Hobby Lobby. It's, you know, you can go with anything you like, but I feel like this matched the whole vibe with a lot of these other crafting and hacks that I just did. Sorry if I'm not making sense. I'm like staring at Cooper, who's making noises while trying to do a voiceover at the same time. Next up, I'm going to be using these peel and stick pre-cut vinyls. They are what you can make with a Cricut if you don't have a Cricut. So they're only $1. And what you do is you decide what ordering you want to use, and you take off the plastic sheet that's at the front. Okay, I can't do this with you, Cooper. Listen, I know you want to help out with the voiceover, but people can't understand what you're saying. I guess they can't understand what I'm saying either, so I get what's the difference, right? We're going to do a voiceover just you one day, okay? I promise. I'll make the crafts and you do the voiceover, okay? I pinky promise. Pinky promise. Okay, back to the crafting. You want to remove any excess paper. Now you can take the letters off one by one. What the heck? Sounds like I have a baby dinosaur inside of my house. Anyway, so what you can do is take the letters off one by one. Makes it a little hard and harder to get it in a straight, perfect line. So what I recommend doing is using transfer tape, which Target does carry, but if you don't want to buy like the Cricut transfer tape, you can go to where they have the contact paper that you use inside of like your shelves and stuff and get the clear one, and you can use that instead. So you place your transfer tape on top of the vinyl letters, and then you lift it up. Then you place that down on whatever you want to put it on. I am putting it down on top of this little greenery that I got at Target for $5. Now this is not found in the Bullseye Playground section, but it's the same price you would pay for something there. You're just going to find it on an end cap near the home decor. So I went ahead and I put ho 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 on this one, and then I got this red hollyberry one where I put Merry Christmas on top of it. And it was just an easy little thing to do. It only cost me $1. We will never do a voiceover again with Cooper in the room. There are lots of other little vinyl cuts to choose from, so just check out the Bullseye Playground and see if there's anything you like, and you can put it on any surface you like. I put it on these plants, but you could put it like on a plate, a cup, whatever it might be. Next, I'm going to be making a little base for some of these really pretty trees that the Bullseye Playground has. So I got this candy cane lane like particle board piece from Dollar Tree. And what I'm doing is I'm painting it black. I'm using apple barrel black paint. Doesn't matter what kind you use, and it's acrylic paint. After the paint has dried, or somewhat dried, I went ahead and I took these wooden adhesive DIY stickers from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be using the snowflake ones. I just placed them at the front of my little base. You can glue these on because the adhesive isn't the best, so if you want it to really last, you can go ahead and glue on these stickers. I went ahead and I placed 3 initially. Then I took these trees. I don't know what these trees are called exactly. They remind me of something you could get at like IKEA, but they were $3 each. I thought they were $1, but then it turned out that they were $3 each, and I just placed them on top of this base. I then decided to add 2 more of the snowflake stickers, and then that was it. This is how I'm displaying these Christmas trees. I really like the way that this looks. You can add the Christmas trees to the tier tray if you want to, but I like the way this looks, and I feel like if you got a couple of these particle board pieces and then a couple of trees, then you can make a really nice long one that could go on like a TV stand or a fireplace stand, something like that. Next up, we're going to be making a wreath with 2 other wreaths. So I'm going to be using this unfinished wood wreath that I got for $3, as well as this wreath right here, which was also $3. I'm taking off the ribbon that's on it. I'll then be using this joy tag that I got from the Bullseye Playground for $1. It was near like the ho 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 one you guys saw me use already. There's different ones you could get. There's one that also says Merry. They're all very nice and they're only $1. So I'm going to be taking this joy one and I'm going to tie it around the green wreath. Once I have it tied down, I kind of just shove the tag near some of the pine cones so it's held into place and I don't have to glue it in. And then I attach that green wreath to the unfinished wood wreath using a zip tie. So there's no gluing involved. It's just literally tying things together and then using a zip tie. I'm using black zip ties I got from Dollar Tree. If you want to use some twine to tie everything, you can. You can use hot glue if you want to. It's just hot glue might get a little messy. And that is it for the wreath. You can go ahead and paint the unfinished wood if you want to, but I wanted this to match all the other pieces that I made beside the hollyberry planter. We're down to like the 2 easiest hacks of them all. The Target Bullseye Playground are carrying these $3 houses. Some are $3, some are $5, okay? These houses that have a galvanized look to them with a wooden roof. I decided to paint the galvanized part black to better match the decor I was making for my sister. And I feel like this looks way better with that black color anyhow. Now they do carry homes that are already black, but they don't have that wooden roof. So I just decided to do it this way, and I really like the way that it turned out. The other thing I decided to paint black is this Merry sign. So at first I took some wood stain to the back of it thinking that, hey, this is wood, it's gonna take, no, it's not, it's really fake wood. So I put the wood stain and then it was just kind of a little runny, so I had to really work it into there and just kind of spread out that wood stain so it came out a little bit of a like yellowish color. It still looked nice to me. Then I took some black paint and I paint the picture frame. I didn't paint the Merry part. I liked that part green, and then I liked the frame of it black. And then that's all I did. It's just like an easy hack if you don't really like the way that it already looks and you want it to match your decor better. You don't even have to paint it black. Pretend you have like green and red decor like I have. You can go ahead and paint the frame or the letters red to match your decor. That's it for these modern boho Target Bullseye Playground DIYs. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed Cooper screaming in the background. If not, I'm sorry. I'll try not to let that happen again. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.